Welcome back everybody, my name is Eltamar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Baldur's Gate 2 Enhanced Edition. Where we left off last time, we completed the planar sphere, we found Lavok and returned his body to the prime material plane, and we killed a couple of demons. Now we are back at the Adventurers Mart. We just finished selling some of our junk and are going to be heading off towards Trademeet. I just want to see if there's anything worth buying here right now. This protection from evil is kind of nice, but not, super important. I think I'm going to buy the Plate of Baldur. It is full plate +1. It also gives +1 charisma and 4 hit points. 4 whole hit points. Actually, at this level, 4 hit points is pretty much a full level, actually. I guess we could grab this too. I mean, we really don't have a lot of use for our almost 100,000 gold right now anyways. So I'm gonna grab the Mercy Killer ring. I'm really not sure about the Plate of Baldur, but what I might do is grab the Shield of Baldur actually. And do I want the sword? No. But the Shield of Baldur is really good against beholders, which is something we struggle with a little bit. I'm also gonna run up here and check the
I don't usually speak to the likes of you, but hello.
Scroll shop. So let's see if they have any high level scrolls. We will be coming back here later in the game actually, and they will have new items, so we'll keep that in mind as well. After we get back from one of the storyline quests, the goods in the store do change, so that is something to keep in mind. If you have tons of stockpiled money, there's some cool things later on you can get. Doesn't look like there's anything I wanted there right now. We'll come back later, of course. I'm going to give the shield to Corgan. He is currently using the dragon shield, but actually the Baldur shield is slightly better than his shield. Excellent. Alright, he's going to have that for now. Oh, it lowers his strength. Really? Oh, okay. We won't be using it right now. We'll use it a little bit later.
What is my task?
Or maybe we'll use it now. Let me see something here. Oh, that just screws up his armor class entirely. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
On my honor, consider
Let's
it
just
done.
leave.
I will do my best.
I like how there's still the corpse of a mage just laying on the ground. Oh, that's what else we did last session. A mage confronted Edwin, turned him back into a male.
Yes.
So we now have a man Edwin again.
Yes.
A man-win. As opposed to his equally rude but sort of creepy-ish female form. Oh, I should give this ring to Hexat, who is going to be wearing it. That gives her a little bit better set traps and hide in shadows and stuff, I think. Yeah, move silently and hide in shadows. So, that works out well for us. She'll be able to stealth slightly better even when she's in her pathetic human form. So off to the city gates. We're now going to talk to this guy here, Flidian. He says, "Oh, hello. Can I help you? Actually, perhaps you can help me." "Help you? Who are you and what do you mean?" "I'm a messenger sent by the High Merchant of Trademeet to find someone to help our town. You look like adventurers. You might just be the sort of help we need." "Who is this High Merchant?" "He is Lord Logan Coprith, Mayor and High Merchant of Trademeet. He's willing to offer a substantial reward for anyone who can help Trademeet out of its difficulties." "How much of a reward are we talking here?" "I'm not sure how much it is, but it will be a large one. Lord Logan is wealthy and desperate for some help, you see." "Okay, where is this town?" "Here, I can show you on your map. We already know where it is, but that's okay. Do you think you might be able to help us?" "Yes, I think I can. I've been known to deal with such things in the past." "Excellent. I'll send word to Lord Logan to expect you. Thank you for your assistance." "Well, the pay best be bloody well worth it if I'm to be wandering off through the wilderness, hacking away at bears and squirrels and other such beasties." I would think that Corgan liked to hack away at innocent creatures, just because he's kind of an evil person. I guess everything he does is for money though, so I'm sure if someone paid him to do that, he would. I can't remember what the Wild Forest is. We will be going back there eventually. Or we will be going there eventually, I should say. You know what, one thing I'm noticing is missing from this map? Where's the Worldstone Keep? Is that in Throne of Ball? Must be in Throne of Ball. Or maybe we get to it later? Yeah, I don't see it anywhere on here. Oh, we'll look around for that later on. We'll go to trade meet for now. Oh, bandits.
What is my
We
task?
found some banditos.
Be quick with it.
Alright, let's kill a few
What would you
things.
have me do?
Jacques.
I will listen.
You kill that
For
one.
now.
You kill that
Do you
one.
want ground
You kill that one. You're gonna run this
On
way.
my honor.
I want you to kill the mage.
Yes,
Go.
yes, I see.
I'm missing someone who's not attacking somebody.
Be bloody ready.
One day.
Alright, that should be the end of this fight, pretty much.
Mind your
are
tongue.
lucky
You
I
have
Death to all who stand
Yes.
against me.
To battle and
Mage is
victory.
dead. Most of the bandits are
Dangerous
dead.
mistake.
Have you nothing if
Now we just go through the ever fun process of looting their bodies to see if they have anything good. We need to replenish our gold stocks for no particular reason.
monkey work?
Okay. Actually, before we head up trade meet, I think we got more gold in our keep. We should go stop by on the way and go pick up our money and see if there's anything else for us to do there. It's always interesting to see our stronghold quests. Come on, there we go. Okay, we'll stop here really quick.
It shall be.
Excellent, we have 2 weeks of gold. Let's go see if there's anything going on here. We have a fairly large keep, actually. It's quite an extensive place. I wouldn't mind living here for sure. Thick walls. It's on a bluff, sort of. Yeah. Well, not really a bluff, more like a minor cliff. I don't know if that could be called a cliff. More like it's on the top of a hill. The plateau of like a 10-foot hill.
On my honor.
Alright, let's go take a quick peek at if we have any quests from our dear butler. Actually, I don't think he's called a butler, but we're going to call him a butler.
Greetings.
Major Domo. Greetings, Your Grace. There is a matter that Captain Cernick wishes to take up with you, which is of a delicate nature. Do you wish to see him? Yes, show him in. As you say, me lord, I will send for him immediately.
I trust you have no hostile intentions.
Greetings, my lord. I am not sure if you've been aware, but we have been experiencing a number of thefts in the keep over the past couple of weeks. Small things, a goblet, some silverware, a few coins from the servants' quarters. All of these have value, although none of them were major thefts. Still, I investigated. Laston here is one of the new guards. I caught him red-handed attempting to take a necklace that belonged to the late Lady Darnice. Laston has confessed to his crime. I am unsure how to punish him, my lord, so I have brought this before you. Thieving? A man after my own heart. He is your subject, my lord, so yours is the right to decide punishment, but you are also being watched carefully by those who oppose your rule, however. What is your opinion, Sir Nick? Has this ever happened before? It has not happened while I have been at the keep, but a rat told me of one of the servants helping himself to the tax money. He was executed naturally. Then, if that is the proper punishment, the matter is clear. Execute this man immediately. As you wish, my lord. Justice will be done. You heard him, Captain. I did. It shall be done immediately, and it shall serve as a fine warning to all those who might try similarly. I only meant... Silence. The Lord has spoken. Follow me and retain some dignity in your death at least, Laston. Goodbye, Laston.
Yes.
Good luck. I mean, it's not going to go well for you. Greetings, Your Grace. Is there something I can do for you? Is there no one here to see me? No, my lord. I've dealt with a few issues. Okay, so there's nothing to do here. Let's go get our money and get out of here. We dealt out a little bit of justice. Execution for thievery. That's kind of brutal. I actually work in the criminal justice system, and for like a petty theft like that, theft under $5,000, you'd probably get like probation for 6 months or something similar to that. At the most, maybe just a fine. We just executed him. That's a little bit grim. But if that's what was done before here, who am I to rock the boat? $1,000. I mean, we probably could have just paid for his indiscretion on his own.
Yes?
Maybe we should have had him explain himself as to why he did it and done something good about it, but
Consider it done.
wrong. Oh, we're all tired. Can we rest in here? Yes, alright. Now we're going to leave for trade meet.
Gather your party before
I think we're
venturing
probably going to be
forth.
tired by the time we reach trade meet as well. I'm not
You
really
must
sure
gather
if
your party before venturing forth.
our characters rest as they travel or not, or if they just walk straight. That would be kind of silly, but I could see them doing that, because sometimes when we arrive in places we are quite exhausted. So maybe that is the case. Oh well. Let's make our way out of this area. I don't think we got any experience for that. It would not seem to be so. A little unfortunate. Oh, we still haven't done the inn quests in the Bridge District. We'll do those before we do Bodhi's quest as well. That is a pretty cool quest. Trade meet. Let's go. We made it there safely, and oh my god, there's animals attacking everything. Actually, it looks like there's a lot of animals that have been attacking many things.
Taste darkness, fool!
Alright.
Good day to you.
Hold. Trade meet is not a safe area for visitors at the moment. Unless you have business, strangers, I suggest you return whence you came. Wait a minute. What has occurred here? Why have all these animals been slaughtered? We do not fight woodland creatures just to sharpen our skills. I am the trade meet militia captain, and our town has been besieged for weeks by these creatures. They come in waves, and we can barely stop them with arms alone. We can't even explain it. It's as if the beasts wish to drive us out of our homes. No one is safe in trade meet. Many are panicking. They blame the Druids, and no Druid or any outsider is welcome within the town at the moment. So heed my warning when I say it again. Turn about if you have no business here. This is a dangerous place for you, strangers. I prefer to go in anyway. Perhaps I can be some help to you in solving this problem. Help would be a welcome relief at this point, though I am unsure what you can do to assist us. We fight against the revolt of nature herself in this place. But if you are serious, go ahead and enter the town. Seek out the home of the High Merchant Lord Logan Coprith. He can tell you more than I. But beware, strangers. The townsfolk are suspicious of outsiders. They blame Druids for their miseries and see strangers as Druid servants and spies. That's actually kind of a weird thing to do because Druids aren't very common, but anyways. I myself am reserving judgment on that point, but I will take any help that we can get. I welcome you to trade meet for what it is worth. Okay. Looks like we had a few
On my own. Yes.
dead animals and some dead soldiers. And a poison soldier who is very slowly dying. Okay. We talk to the militia captain. Let's head up here. I don't think there's anything around here. Just wanted to check. Nope. Alright, let us move on then. Outside of the wall there is a couple of tents. They belong to some genie, but we're not going to go talk to them quite yet. They do give some quests, but I think that's after we do the Druid quest. Possibly. Can't remember exactly. But, where is the... Oh,
I'm telling you, my brother, the correct way to approach life is to accept its travails. One must bend as the willow and see the obstacles that the gods place in front of you as challenges to be overcome.
well, it's actually surprisingly deep.
Don't be moronic. You must struggle. Through struggle we grow stronger. Only the strong survive. And I am not your brother.
Strength comes through wisdom and pliance. One must be flexible to accept the things that come. Struggle brings only futility, my son. Struggle and adversity bring strength, not futility. War and violence weed out the weak and unhealthy, strengthening all, and I am not your son. War and violence are the resource of the weak-minded, my friend. When they occur, it is as a result of failure rather than success. Bah! Let me show you what comes out of that philosophy, friend. Huntley? Yeah, boss. Show him what becomes of his philosophy. Right, boss. I hope you know I'm only being proven correct here. Wow. Philosophers are crazy. Well, now, I suppose you were right after all. Dead right, haha. But I get the last word. Come, Huntley, let's go. Indeed, to survive is all that matters in the end. What good are such ideals if they do not serve you or make you stronger? Alright. The merchants don't have any items right now due to problems in trade meat, so we're not going to worry about that right now. Let's see where else we can go. We do want to go to the mayor's house. I guess we should do that right now. We could go to the pub. But what is in the pub? I don't think there's anything really in the pub for us at this particular second. Yeah, we're not going to worry about that. We'll go to the mayor's house right now. That is where we will head off
Gather
to.
your party before venturing forth.
Okay,
Very well.
let's go talk to the merchant guy. That is not the merchant guy, but let's talk to her anyways.
You are a stranger to this town, are you not? I'm surprised you are allowed to come within the walls. You will find yourself unwelcome here.
Well, that's not very nice. And indeed, if you came to trade meat to take advantage of your excellent markets, then you have come in vain. Between the Druids and other problems, there is nothing to purchase here. What other problems are you referring to? It is nothing you need concern yourself with, stranger. It is enough to say that our town is in danger of collapsing. There is nothing here for you to purchase. Nothing to purchase? You mean people won't sell to me? No, I mean there is nothing for you to buy, at least not from the merchants and peddlers that have traditionally sold things here in trade meat. If you are truly desperate, you can go to the Daojin that have set up their tents outside of the main gates. Their prices are exorbitant, but they own everything there is to sell. The caravans will not come because of the danger, and the few that have come only do so at the behest of the vast amounts of gold that the Dao seem to have flowing from their pockets. Is there nothing that you can do about these Dao? Until these animal attacks are stopped, there is no point. If you are truly serious about helping, come and talk to me once that business is ended. I'll be on my way then. So,
Yes.
we learned that there are some
Done.
genie that are causing some problems. Where are you, high merchant? There you are.
Greetings once again.
I greet you with weapons ready, for I distrust your manner. We are wary of strangers, especially ones equipped as you. I am Lord Logan Coprith, High Merchant. My reputation... No, that's not what I want to say. Must I prove myself to you? Very well. Tell me your troubles and I will rescue you. I do not like the indifferent way you offer your services. If you don't wish to hear what is troubling my town, then tell me now. I will help if I can. Speak your mind that I might know what I must do.
Trade meat has been here for generations, but now we are harassed from the strangest of sources.
It has been a very difficult time for the local merchants. The land is against us, animals attack, and even the foliage strangles. It began subtly, but we suspect a dark mind behind it. Until recently, we did not know where to place blame, but now the people have found a target. The last group attacked saw several figures directing the chaos. Druids, belonging to a group that has long been peaceful. The people apparently captured one. Had I not locked him up, they would have quartered him in the street. And he has confessed, or have the people condemned him for being a druid? That is my dilemma. He claims he is here to investigate the druids, and I believe him. Unfortunately, many of our citizens have already believe him guilty. Nothing less than a public burning will satisfy an angry mob. This druid remains behind bars as much for his own protection as anything else.
What I would have you do is escort him to his task, or see to it yourselves, whichever you prefer.
I would seem to be collaborating if my men and I were to help him, and alone he may not make it out of town. Will you help? I will speak with him and see if I can help. If there's anything I can do, I will do it. Thank you. Thank you. I will allow you to pass so you may speak with him. He may leave under the promise of your care. Keep me apprised of the situation. I don't want to bring a druid with us. Druids are terrible, by definition. In 2nd edition especially. Druids actually get better later on.
Party
My
before
task.
venturing forth.
Looks like we have to take our whole group with us
Gather your
downstairs.
party before venturing forth.
So let's do that.
On my honor, as you ask.
Opens the gates. He's not locked up very well. It was an unlocked door and an open cell, but
Hello,
whatever.
and well met to you. I am Cerned, though my identity is surely no secret after the fuss I have caused here.
You look pleasant enough. Are you friends of that charming Lord Coprith? I've made very few friends among the merchants. I am indifferent to no, I don't want to say that. Lord Coprith sent me. I am to escort you out of town and help in any way I can. He seemed less prone to rash action, though the merchants had little reason to trust me. I arrived not long after an attack, so it must have seemed suspicious. I should have crept quietly as the vine instead of blustering as the wind. On occasion I forget the subtleties that nature allows to progress. Ah, the blaze shall pass, and I will return to cultivate better relations when the time is right. What has poisoned their opinions? Their leader is sensible enough. I am not quite sure, but I have suspicions. I will try to tell you what I know of this. I am cerned, as I have said, from the north to investigate why the Druid order of this region has severed its ties with traditional hierarchy. It is not unheard of, but the attacks have me worried. It can only lead to greater evils. These people will eventually strike out as the animal cornered. I know many Druids in this region, and they would not support such actions without due cause. I suspect there has been a change in leadership here. It is the duty of any Druid to find this new leader and ascertain if this is for the best of nature. The attacks on the merchants only serve to alarm me. I might succeed alone, but I would much rather have the backing of a group, one that will also benefit from my service. Are you up to the task? I will help as best I can, but I do not wish any more traveling companions. Unfortunately, we would be stronger together, like snowflakes on the bow. If we were many, it might snap with ease. I will await you at the grove. I have marked it on your map. Do not tarry. Our task is difficult and time is short. I really don't want to bring him with us. He is what is known as a Shapeshifter, which is a subclass of Druid or a prestige class of Druid. They're actually kind of cool in that they shapeshift into werewolves and stuff. But
I await your word.
there are problems with that. Mostly that they suck. In 2nd edition especially. I don't know about later editions like 3rd and 4th edition. I actually don't know if they exist in 4th edition. However, there are some cool races in 4th edition. So there's a big change actually between 3rd and 4th, well even 2nd edition. So if I go through Neverwinter Nights, I'll explain some of the differences between 2nd and 3rd edition. For example, Thaco is gone in 3rd edition and it's just replaced with 2-hit and armor class. But in 4th edition, it's kind of like... I'm trying to think of a really strong example. So there is no real... Well, I guess there is sort of a basic attack.
To watch your actions while in this wood.
Oh, sorry, Podden says, I give you fair warning, interloper, that this area is under the protection of the Druids of Tethir, and if you do not leave, you will face nature's wrath. I do not take kindly to your threats, and I will answer any attack with a lethal force of my own. Damn you, I am giving you a chance to get out of here before you come to harm. I wish you no ill, but I must keep up the appearance. Cern said there was something odd going, there's something odd going on here. What has happened? You've spoken with Cern. I had hoped he or another would be sent to help. He serves the great Druid in the north. He will know what to do with this Faldorn. She has seduced quite a few with her shadow Druid wiles. Perhaps he could challenge her. She seems subject to the old ways, even as she poisons our intentions. I must go. I cannot be seen with outsiders. Be careful. You will find few people here to help you. Anyways, what I was saying is there is a basic attack in 4th edition, but it is not the same as the basic attack from 2nd or 3rd edition. Instead, every class, from warrior to wizard, has 3 types of powers. One of them is 3 types of powers, I should say. Daily powers, which can only be used once per day. Encounter powers, which can only be used once per encounter, or whatever amount of times per encounter they say. And at-will powers. There's a couple other types of powers, but those are the primary ones. The system gives a lot more variety to each class, so there's no warriors that just, attack every turn and that's it. But it adds a lot of unneeded complication to combat. For example,
On my honor.
I'm just going to flame strike this thing really quickly
Yes.
so that it stays down.
Let's see what you're good
I had
for, looking
a... What was it?
Quick, this blood
Dragonborn?
glory.
Not Dragonborn. That sounds Skyrim-y.
You wood groundling.
Mind your
I don't remember what they were called anymore.
Battle and yes, I will do my best.
Dragonling, half dragon class. I don't remember what it was called at this particular moment,
My task.
but I had one of those as a paladin, and it was pretty fun to play. But he had just too many abilities. There was like, and some of them were completely useless, and it was kind of a weird thing to find a balance between the useless skills and the decent skills. I wasn't a fan of 4th edition. Also, combat in that game took forever. I know they wanted to make it so that your character wasn't incredibly weak at level 1 and would just die immediately on one hit. But it made combat incredibly long. So instead of killing something in a couple of turns, you take like 8 turns or 9 turns to kill a creature. Even kobolds and goblins took a while to kill. I remember that we started an adventure when we were playing 4th edition for the first time, and we ended up in this fight with 5 or 6 goblins, and the fight took the entire session. It took like 4 hours to finish a fight with a couple of goblins, and it was just, I don't know, it wasn't worth the time for combat. At the end, combat should be an exciting thing where you go in, there's some life and death, your character has a chance of dying, and in 4th edition there is a chance of your character dying.
On my honor.
But you have a greater chance of dying from old age before combat finishes, so you have to kind of weigh that pro and con against it. And as we got better at the game, we got a little bit better at getting combat done easily, or quickly, but even so, it was still incredibly long. So, I know 4th edition is fun, and is very grid-based. You can't just rely on your imagination, really. You gotta be like, I move 20 feet forward and attack the kobold. Instead, you move squares. It's very grid-based. Each square is 5 feet, and you move very specifically. And your powers say grid stuff, or sometimes they're very specific distances. It's very grid system based. So you need some grid paper to play it, and you need some figurines for sure to show where they are in combat. It's very important. 2nd edition and 3rd edition aren't as reliant on grids or figurines. You can kind of just wing it. There's a lot of trolls here. Anyways, so it's not as grid related. I liked 3rd edition and 3.5 and Pathfinder a lot more than 4th edition. To be honest, Pathfinder I actually like the most. Pathfinder streamlined a lot of things. So if you are, I'm ability trained. Oh, that sucks. I'll rest at some point. If you're looking for a D&D rule set that is fairly streamlined, quite in-depth, and easy to follow, I highly recommend going with Pathfinder. If you are looking for hour-long combat sessions, or sometimes multiple hour-long combat sessions, go with go with 4th edition. That's just my 2 cents on Dungeons and Dragons at this particular moment. We're in a troll cave right now. I guess I should get back to the game at hand instead of bitching and moaning about other D&D systems. So we are now in this troll cave, just killing some trolls, just troll killing.
That's the best, easy enough. If you know that's right.
Let's see what we have in here. Any more trolls to kill? Yes. Several, actually, and a couple of skull piles to loot. If I do Icewind Dale eventually, and Heart of Winter, which I believe is Icewind Dale 2, or is that the expansion? I think Heart of Winter was the expansion. There was Icewind Dale 2, though. They are both 3rd edition games. They are quite fun, actually. I really enjoyed Icewind Dale. It is more of a dungeon crawler than it is a storyline-based game like Baldur's Gate. There is a storyline in the game, but most of the time you'll just spend... Why isn't this thing dying? Oh, these are giant trolls. These are special trolls. And they hit really hard, shockingly. Okay. We might have to rest after this fight, after this troll cave.
I await your word.
Do I have anyone even close to a level? He needs 50,000, well 40,000. It's not too bad. He needs a ton. 15,000, so pretty soon. 40 or 37,000 or so. Okay, so a couple people are getting relatively close.
Yes.
What do you have for healing? I guess we can use
Victory
Vicania
shall
to
be
heal.
You know
Visania. I've gone back to my old ways of improper pronunciations. So we have 2 more trolls to kill. But yeah, that was my 2 cents on Dungeons & Dragons. Pathfinder, I would say, is the best system currently. Although I am open to suggestions for new types of rule sets. Oh, I've also decided that after this playthrough, whenever it comes out, I'm also going to do a Let's Play of Warhammer Tactics. Or sorry, not Warhammer Tactics, War Machine Tactics. I probably just committed a blasphemy. But War Machine Tactics. It's coming out relatively soon, and it looks like a really fun game, actually. So, ho there, wench. I have a mighty appetite this night. A situation with which I'm all too familiar. Aye, well, perhaps you can help me out with this. See, I be craving something specific. And what is that? Meat. Dark meat, if you know what I mean. Perhaps we could come to an arrangement. Oh, aye? I'm also craving something. Oh, I just bet you are. And when I crave something, I lose control, and I can't get enough of it. I like the sounds of that. I am unstoppable. I drink until my cup is empty. Your cup? Or tankard, whatever I'm drinking out of. How much do you weigh? What? I've never tasted dwarf blood before. I'm used to larger meals. I wonder how much blood you could spare, and if it's as delicious as you make it seem, whether I could stop myself before you were drained dry. Still want to taste the dark meat? Give me some time. I'll have to think on that one. You do that. The fact that he's still thinking about it is kind of awesome. Corgan wants a little something something. Okay, we need to rest. Can we rest in here? No, we cannot.
Very well.
So I've decided to do War Machine Tactics. I just mentioned that. It is a turn-based game that I kickstarted maybe a year ago or so. War Machine is a tabletop game initially. It is a game where you have a character known as a warcaster. They have a sort of an innate or unique ability to control machines known as warjacks, which are basically robots that are controlled by magic, sort of. You're also allowed to, in the game, you're allowed to have units, and they added a beasts sort of expansion where they can, where you can get not robotic allies. So there's race of monstrous creatures that you can get. I used to play Crix. I actually won a tournament and got a War Machine Champion coin for playing Crix. I also played an incredibly overpowered and unbalanced army. At the time, there was a character known as... oh, man, it's been too long. I've forgotten all the characters' names. Gorefiend. And he has a sort of follower known as a Deathwalker, I want to say. It's been a long time. But anyways, my army consisted of him, a captain known as Terminus, or Banelord Tartarus, sorry, who controls who helps control a race known as the... Where am I going? Known as the... Actually, I don't know where I'm going. I've been here so many times and I've forgotten. Known as the Bane, and they are a group of undead creatures. We go this way, I believe. A group of undead creatures. There are multiple different types, but I use Bane Knights and Bane Thralls with Banelord Tartarus, and I just had a massive army of those with Gorefiend, who could summon an additional unit of Bane Thralls. So basically I would win by overwhelming numbers. It was more of a Zerg rush than anything else. There wasn't any specifically powerful units, although Bane Thralls and Bane Knights were quite powerful on their own. So if you were... I don't know how it holds up nowadays, just because I don't know if these druids are going to attack us either after we kill these trolls. I don't know how the Banelord Bane Thrall army holds up nowadays, but anyways, War Machine is a game that has 3 factions. There are the Crix, and that's the only one I remember. The Signar and the What's the other one? The red guys. Why can't I remember their name?
I'll rip you apart, you.
We'll call them the red guys. The Signar were more of like an imperial army. The red guys were sort of like another imperial army, but more rebel-like. Come on, troll, die. And then there was the beast armies. I'm not sure if those are going to be in the game or not.
This light, still it burns me.
Oh, well, had I known you were going to turn it on me, I would have just killed you out of hand, but whatever. We'll deal with you right now.
Go bother someone else.
That's cool. I can handle you. You guys go attack her.
What time we got to business?
Let's let these things handle themselves.
I'll rip you apart, you.
Oh, old person. I guess Edwin is out of the fight for now. Our main character is gone somewhere. He's all scared and stuff. So, anyways, that's going to be a fun game, I believe. So it's going to be a turn-based tactical game, so you'll have action points per turn, I'm pretty sure. Which is actually true in the tabletop game as well. You have action points per turn. They are known as focus. And you can do things with your jacks depending on your focus for your warcaster. One thing to note in the game is that units, so the Bane Thralls, Bane Knights, and Bane Lord Tartarus, for example, had their own focus / action points, and they would do things on their own. They didn't need a warcaster to control their movements, which made them very powerful. I'm actually really hoping they put Crix into this game so that I can get a Death Jack. It is one of the coolest models in the War Machine universe. There's also a model known as Terminus. I think he's a warcaster. Is that his name?
What is my task?
He was this huge warcaster with these giant bat wings, and he looked sort of like a Balor or Balrog, depending on the lore you want to go with. Your careless meanderings across the great Mother Earth will not go unpunished. Looks like we got some more Druids to fight. He had these cool wings, and he looked like a Balor or Balrog or whatever you want for lore. But he also had some mechanical pieces, because he's also a mechanical creature. Really cool model. I really liked him. I actually had one, and I have no idea where it went. Maybe I still have it somewhere, but I never ended up painting it.
What should I fetch now?
Should I have painted it? Maybe. It was really cool. My painting skills aren't the best, I guess I should say. But if I was really careful and did it, I probably could do it fairly well. He was a really cool model, though. I wanted to paint him a darkish gray with some highlighting. It would have been really neat. Come on. This is Insect Swarm. It's a really annoying spell. It does 1 damage at a time. It makes your characters stop their actions on occasion. I don't actually know how long it lasts, but it's very useful against spellcasters. And we're not going to be able to dispel it or anything. No, you actually haven't. I had worshipped the Spider Queen for an age and a half, longer than you've been alive, but there came a time when my faith in Loth was no more. I lapsed when I was a child. A baby was to die. It would not have made Loth stronger or more influential or made her a greater deity. I lost my will that day. One of the lesser priestesses noticed my hesitation, and she took the baby's life herself, eager to usurp my place in Loth's favor. That's a terrible story, Vixania. What happened then? My house had fallen into disfavor with the Spider Queen, or the Dark Queen, as a result of my actions, and the word spread through the city. My mother scrambled to make sacrifices of wealth and servants to appease Loth, but the goddess would have none of it. As is custom among the Drow, the weak become the prey of the faithful. A lesser house jumped at the opportunity and began a war with ours. Loth was pleased at the house's aggression, and ours had to fight twice as hard to survive and regain Loth's favor. My mother wished me to recant, to prostrate myself before the Spider Queen and beg forgiveness. She was desperate that I do so, in fact. But I refused. I was disgusted with my queen, and I cursed my mother and endangered my house. In Nivet, I thought that I would survive after my actions, but you obviously did survive. What happened next? We're actually going to end this video after this conversation just because we're at 40 minutes. I kind of lost track of time. No, the memory of the events fills my heart with bile. Eltamar the Kitten Killer. I cannot continue. Another time, perhaps. So we're going to wait for the Insect Swarm to wear off. We're going to save. I'm going to do the next video immediately after this one, just because I have some spare time before work, and I might as well. But yes, I can't wait for War Machine Tactics. It looks like it's going to be a very fun game. We're gonna quick save, rest up. Oops, I didn't mean to rest twice. Whatever, good enough. Save game. Can't type, it's too early in the morning. I really can't type. Anyways, if you guys have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. I will get to them as soon as possible. As I mentioned last time, sometimes I do a couple videos ahead of time, so if you're commenting on something I missed in one of these in like an earlier video, I might not get to it before, or I'll get to it for sure within a couple of videos, just so that I can rectify the problem, but I might have done a couple videos between the posting and the time that you guys mentioned something I missed. So anyways, I hope to see you guys next time, and take care.